Ladies and gentlemen, here is your rosters who are competing in Stage 2 for the 2026 season of the VCT EMEA season. Let's start with the Turkish org BBO Esports. While the team had a great start to the season, they struggled on Stage 1 with a disappointing 7th through 8th place finish. BBO looking to qualify to their first Champions event in the org's history. There also includes Kruin, Laruk, Loiter, Lovers Rock, and Rose as the IGL. The coaches are Key and Viento. Oh, Fnatic, what is going on? For the first time in the org's history, they have missed out on both Masters tournaments, which is crazy to think about. While they are having their worst season in the partnership era, they can turn it all around for Stage 2. The roster includes Bosu as the IGL, Alfia, Kayak, Crashies, and former Giant X player, Cloud. The coaches are former KC coach Eng and Desmo. Sivov has joined an EMEA team, while coach Milan has joined Weibo Gaming. The second Turkish org footies will surprise everyone with a strong London finish of 5th through 6th, equaling their best finish from Master Shanghai in 2024. While they had a good showing in Champs in 2023, can they continue their run to qualify the Champs for the third year in a row? There also includes Yitajay, Zeus, Crosshally, Sop, and Sociably as the IGL. The coaches are Vlad and Babino. From a second place finish and kickoff to 5th through 6th in Stage 1, the French org Gentlemaids had a 4th from Grace from kickoff, where they failed to qualify to Masters London. While they did make a change, the change in question might be what they need to get to the next level. There also includes Mini, Vippo, Martine, Starzer as the IGL, and former Enterprise Esports player and returning to the team, Prox. The coaches are Kundi Kundi and Mavera. Glyph has joined Envy. Giant X's season is so far going the same as last year's season. The 7th through 8th places in kickoff and 9th through 10th finish in Stage 1. Does this mean they are going to Champs? Even with making some roster changes, it's a real possibility that the cycle continues. There also includes Westside, Ara, Lickless, former FlyQuest player Net as the IGL, and former Falca Esports player Music. The coaches are Pipson and Waylander. Grabino is a free agent, while Cloud has joined Fnatic. The Blue Wall Carmine Corps has had an absolute nightmare so far this season. Unlike Giant X, they look to be no hope for Carmine Corps to qualify to their first Champions event, but we have seen crazier things in Stage 2, so anything is possible for this team. There also includes Arves as the IGL, Sugetsu, Dosna, Levin, and Narrate. The coaches are Zeish and Simos. Coach Ang has joined Fnatic. The same story for Carmine Corps applies for the Ukrainian team Na'Vi. While the team had some potential at the start of Stage 1, it went downhill quickly with a 9th through 10th place finish. But they did make some changes which could go well for them in Stage 2. There also includes Hero, Roxic, Klorak as the IGL, Exit, and former Fnatic player Zifov. The coaches are Angel, and returning to a professional team in a year, Sala. Filu and coach Chippy are free agents. Team Heritage returned to the international stage at London with a decent 7th through 8th place finish, the same as their Madrid finish back in 2024. But can they make it to Shanghai, where last time they were in Shanghai, they were one map away from winning their first Master event. There also includes Boo as the IGL, Benji Fishy, Reaons, Woot, and Kush Maris. The coaches are Nazinho and Weber. The Dutch org Team Liquid is slowly turning into a CIS team. The team had a struggling Stage 1 tournament with a 7th through 8th place finish, but the team made some drastic changes for Stage 2 and could be a contender as well for Stage 2. There also includes Nats as the IGL, Camo, Herpo, promoted from the Academy team Kicks, and returning to the team Trex. The coaches are LohaN and Yeltsin. Miniboo and Wayne are on the inactive list. Equaling their best finish at Masters London with a 4th place finish is the French org Team Vitality, which actually showed they super team can be competitive when they want to be. But the real question is, can they keep their performance from London to Stage 2 to qualify to Champions Shanghai? There also includes Durka, Sayonara, Chronicle, Yampi as the IGL, and Profik. The coaches are Powell and Scott. To the Ascension team, Specific Esports might be in the running as one of the worst teams in partnership, rivaling Furia 2025 season. With a string of 11th to 12th place finishes and no improvements throughout the season, the Turkish squad are looking to go from the very bottom to the top to qualify to champs. There also includes Alorante, Ninja, Cupid as the IGL, Seven, and former Dynasty player Waddle. The coaches are Thinky and Zayas. CNED is a free agent. Maybe the most surprising team from Stage 1 is the other Turkish org, Eternal Fire. In their first VCT tournament came a strong 4th place finish, almost pulling off the upset of the season to qualify to London. While the team is a former Ulf Esports roster, they are looking 10 times better than kickoff. The roster includes Izzy, Aldaz, Echo, Fabian, and Neki as the IGL. The coaches are Afron Fire and former Besiktas coach Casilo. Coach L7 is a free agent, while Spear has been loaned to Barca Esports. Moving to the Challengers teams, and from the EMEA Stage 3 tournament, is the third seed from the power rankings is the Czech and Slovakian org Enterprise Esports. They have been contenders throughout the North/East region and the EMEA region as well, except for Stage 2 where they finished 9th through 12th. This team could be a massive surprise to the partner teams and could be contenders. There also includes Alluri as the IGL, Kozi, Lime, Magnum, and previously from Team Liquid, Patatek. The coaches are Itapata and Shadow. Prox has joined Gentlemates. The last Turkish org of this tournament is Reborn, who is the only orgless team in the tournament, formed by the old S2G Esports after they left the scene. And it shows that they are a real team to be feared with a string of first place finishes, the best team in the power rankings, and a second place behind Enterprise in Stage 3. Watch out for this team to be a real dark horse and cause some trouble for the partnership teams. There also includes Bastardsnax as the IGL, Deadlink, Hezecoil, Kachao, Reyezi, and Biscuit as the sub. The coaches are Lev and Zovlov. The final team from Stage 3 EMEA is the French org Job Life. While people might remember them from the Job Life Mouse saga back in 2024 Ascension, they are still very competitive in the French scene, winning both stages while struggling in the EMEA stages. Can they continue this run into the big leagues? There also includes Chiwa, Runner, Doma, Kamek, and Unfake as the IGL. The coaches are Larson and Skaz. The final team is from the EMEA LCQ, which is a German football club team, Eintracht Frankfurt. The team didn't even qualify to the main event and defied all the odds to qualify to Stage 2, after a dominating performance against the Turkish team Sekler in the grand final. This team is looking to represent the football fans loud and proud. The roster includes Azuri, Fizzy, Jamlano, Monster, Musashi as the IGL, and Kendo as the sub. The coaches are CB and Tony. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your team to be competing in the Stage 2 tournament for the 2026 VCT EMEA season.